Welcome back to Ambition Fuel, your space for stories that move hearts and inspire change. In the last part of The Bridge Between Hearts, two brothers face the storm that broke their bond. But today, they'll learn that forgiveness is not weakness, it's power. What happens next will remind you that no matter how broken something seems, it can always be rebuilt. Stay till the end, because the final moment of this story carries a message that could heal any heart. Some wounds take years to heal, some bridges take only a few days to rebuild, but the hardest bridges to rebuild are the ones between hearts, the morning after. The storm had passed, but the river still ran wild, muddy and restless. Broken branches lay scattered across the ground. Arjun and Ravi stood side by side, staring at the half-built bridge that had survived the night. It looked fragile, yet standing, much like their relationship. We'll need to start again.
Then let's start together.
Those words, together, meant everything. For years they had walked separate paths. Now, with the rising sun behind them, they began to rebuild not just wood and rope, but trust. The work begins. Days turned into weeks. Every morning, they worked side by side with the villagers. The sound of hammers echoed across the riverbank, a rhythm of healing. At first, they spoke little. Then, slowly, conversations returned. Small at first, like ripples on calm water. Ravi shared how he had stayed in the village after their fallout, how he taught carpentry to local kids, how he sometimes stood by the river, wondering if his brother ever thought of home. Arjun listened, guilt heavy in his chest.
I thought of you every day, he confessed one evening. But my pride wouldn't let me write. I was too ashamed.
Ravi smiled faintly. Pride is heavy, hard to carry across a bridge. They both laughed, genuinely this time. A lesson from the past. One afternoon, as they rested under a tree, an old man from the village approached them. It was Master Dev, the carpenter who had taught them both as children. He looked at the brothers and said,
You know, when I built this bridge the first time, I used the strongest wood I could find, but it still broke during a flood. Then, how did it last so long?
Dev smiled.
Because after that flood, the villagers came together. Every man, woman, and child helped fix it. It wasn't the wood that made it strong. It was unity.
He paused, looking at the brothers.
Bridges don't fall because of storms. They fall when people stop caring about what connects them.
His words sank deep into their hearts. The Festival of Light. Weeks passed. The bridge neared completion. The villagers decided to celebrate its reopening on the day of the Festival of Light, a day that symbolized new beginnings. Children painted lanterns. Women decorated the riverbank with flowers. And for the first time in years, Arjun felt something he hadn't felt in a long time. Peace. That evening, as the sun dipped below the hills, Arjun sat by the water, watching his reflection. He thought about how far he had come, from arrogance and loss to humility and healing. Ravi joined him. Do you ever think about the day we fought?
Every time I close my eyes, it was the day I lost my best friend.
You didn't lose me, you just had to find your way back. A test of faith. The night before the festival, tragedy struck again. A heavy storm rolled in, sudden and violent. The villagers ran to protect the bridge, fearing another collapse. This time, the brothers led the effort together. Arjun secured the ropes, Ravi tied the supports, their movements in perfect rhythm. When lightning struck a nearby tree, a spark set one corner of the bridge ablaze. Arjun grabbed a bucket, rushing to douse it, but slipped. Ravi caught him. Just as Arjun had saved him weeks before, their eyes met. No words, only understanding. Together, they managed to save the bridge again. When the storm ended, both collapsed, exhausted but smiling. It was as if life itself had tested them, to see if the bridge between them was truly rebuilt, and they had passed. The inauguration. The next morning, sunlight kissed the new bridge, strong, beautiful, and whole. The entire village gathered. Children ran across, laughter echoing over the river. Elders blessed the structure with flowers and incense. Then, the village chief handed a small pair of scissors to Arjun and Ravi. Brothers, he said warmly, you built this bridge, not just with wood and rope, but with forgiveness. Let this bridge remind us all that no rift is too wide when love stands in between. As they cut the ribbon together, cheers erupted. For a moment, time seemed to stop. The river sparkled beneath, the air filled with hope. We did it. No, you did it. You never gave up on me. That's what brothers do. We argue, we fall, but we never stop caring. Later that evening, as lanterns floated on the river, Arjun gathered the villagers. He cleared his throat nervously and said,
This bridge reminded me of something important. That strength lies not in walls we build, but in the bridges we repair. I left this village chasing success, thinking I could do everything alone. But true success means nothing if your heart is empty. So today, I want to give something back. It's a donation to rebuild the old village school in our parents' memory. And I'd like my brother Ravi to lead the project.
Gasps and applause filled the air. Ravi was speechless. Arjun, I don't know what to say.
Say yes. Let's build something that will last longer than pride.
Ravi hugged him tightly. The crowd cheered, and fireworks lit up the sky. The bridge at night. Later that night, after everyone had gone home, the two brothers walked across the bridge in silence. The moonlight shimmered on the water below. Arjun stopped midway and said,
Do you ever wonder why life keeps bringing us back here?
Because this bridge isn't just wood and rope, it's us. Every time it breaks, we learn to rebuild, stronger.
I used to think forgiveness made me weak. Now I know it's what makes us human.
Forgiveness doesn't change the past, but it changes the future. They stood together, watching the lanterns float away, symbols of old pain drifting into the night. The moral. In life, we all build bridges, between people, between dreams, between hearts. But sometimes storms come and destroy them. When that happens, it's easy to walk away. It's harder to rebuild. Yet every time we choose forgiveness over pride, understanding over ego, we lay down one more plank toward peace. Because forgiveness isn't about who was right, it's about what's right. The legacy. Years later, that bridge still stood strong. Children crossed it to reach the new school by the river. On its entrance hung a small bronze plaque that read, The Bridge Between Hearts, built by Arjun and Ravi, a symbol that even the deepest divides can be crossed with love. Travelers passing through would pause and read it, touched by the story. Some said the bridge had a strange magic, that standing on it made you feel calm, at peace. Maybe because it carried the spirit of two brothers who once lost each other and found their way back. No matter where you are, no matter who you've lost, remember this: every bridge can be rebuilt, every heart can heal. All it takes is one step toward forgiveness. This was The Bridge Between Hearts, brought to you by Ambition Fuel, where every story reminds you that giving up is never the answer. If this story touched your heart, take a moment today to rebuild a bridge in your own life, with someone who matters. Because forgiveness costs nothing, but it gives you everything. Tell us in the comments section, what bridge will you rebuild today? Like this video if it inspired you, subscribe for more heart-touching motivational stories. And remember, at Ambition Fuel, we don't just tell stories.